list as well as what update. I want to list as well as what here update. But is it list update API view is there? No, not there. So I want to list it and I want to perform which operation? Updation operation. I want to list it and then I want to perform which operation? Delete operation. I want to list it and then I want to perform which operation? Create operation. But is it this are provided by, is it these classes are provided by REST framework? No. Then you build it. Okay, you build it. How you build it? By using what do you call it as mixin classes. How can you build it? By using which classes? Mixin, okay, mixin classes. By using which classes here? Mixin classes. Now there is a mixin classes, list model mixin, create model mixin, retrieve model mixin, and update model mixin, and one more is what? Destroy model mixin. So mixin classes generally use it, okay, to achieve multiple inheritance. The mixin classes provides an actions that are used to provide the basic view behavior. So note that the mixin classes provide an action methods rather than defining handler methods such as what? Get and post directly. This allows for more flexible composition of behavior. Means these mixin classes generally, see you have a list model mixin. This provide one method called list and create model mixin. This will provide a method called what? Create. So this is for creating model instance, and there is a retrieve model mixin. This is for reading one record. Update model mixin. This is for updating one record, and destroy model mixin. This is for deleting one record. But these are predefined classes by default. All concrete view classes inherit this mixin classes, but mixin classes allows you to develop your own. What do you call it as concrete view classes. It allows you to build your own concrete view classes. So this is a mixin classes, and you can import this mixin classes from REST framework dot mixin. You can import this mixin classes from REST framework dot import. So you can build your own concrete view classes by using which one? Mixins. Anyway, by default, it is provided some concrete view classes, but I want to build my own concrete view classes. Then you take the help of which one? Yes. So these are mixin classes. Now this is for achieving multiple inheritance, or you can build your own concrete mixin classes. You can build your own concrete mixin classes by using which one here? Mixins. So let me tell you about this. For example, I'm writing in the same view class. So I want to create an endpoint that will list data as well as what destroy data, or list data and update the data, or list data as well as what create the data. So list as well as what create. But you have a retrieve and create. See here, there is a retrieve API and destroy, and there is a retrieve update and list create. Okay, list create is there, but what will I do is I'll create a list and list is there, and list now list create is there, right? I'll say list and what destroy. I'll take list and destroy. So then you have to inherit which view? List API view, and then you have to mix which model operation? Destroy model operation. You have to mix which operation? Destroy model operation, right? So now here I want to develop a view that should list. Now it is already there. List create already there, but I want to create a student list and what is that? Destroy. But there is no view. There is no view which will list and what destroy. So what I'm doing, I'm writing list. Okay, list list API view, comma. You have to mix which operation? Destroy operation. You have to mix which operation? Destroy operation. And you are mixing this destroy operation by using which class? Mixin classes. Now you import this mixin classes from REST framework dot mixins. Okay, import. And what is the name of this is destroy model mixin. You have to import destroy model mixin. Okay, destroy model mixin. Okay, now here you define the query set. Now query set is student dot query set equal to student dot, okay, student dot objects dot, okay, student dot objects dot all, and you define the serializer class. And what is the serializer class? Student serializer. And here you need to override one method of which one? Destroy model mixin. So definition. Now this destroy model mixin is having one method called destroy. Okay. So this method should be implemented. So what is the name of the method is destroy. And this is a method of which class? Super class. And this should return super dot which one? Destroy. This should return which one? Super dot destroy. Now if you want to customize it, you can customize it by overriding which method? Destroy method. Now create an endpoint. So create an endpoint for this. Create an endpoint. So this is an endpoint. So what it is doing? It is listing as well as what? Destroying. So student slash list as well as what here? Destroy. And always you destroy it by using which key? Primary key. But if you want to use any other key, then define the lookup field property. Okay. So comma. So what is the name of the view class? Define it. Student list destroy. Student list destroy. Student list destroy as a view. Student list destroy as what here? View. Student list destroy as a view. Right. So you are trying to write like this. Okay. Student list destroy as a view. Right. Now you can test this from the browser. You can test it from the browser. Okay. So what you can do is give the URL student slash list destroy. Okay. Now list destroy, right? So send the primary key. And what is the primary key here? What is the primary key? Now suppose I give 5. Now because I want to delete which one? 5. Now here you have an options here. There is a student list destroy and student list creator, student list destroy. Now I want to delete. I want to delete one employee. Okay. So student list destroy, but you have to use which method? Delete method. Student slash list destroy. So it is listed, but at the same time, what you have to do? You have to delete. So you can implement. I mean, if you want to customize it, okay, if you want to customize it, okay, you can customize it by just inheriting. Which class is a model mixin classes? What is the primary key is 5 is there, right? So why we are using a mixin classes, you have to understand here. So here I said student list. So there is a list API view. Okay, there is a list API view. So what is the name of this is list API view? I just implemented destroy model mixin. Let me try this. Say two are there. So get method is there. But what I want is I want to delete it. List API view. So anyway, listing is done. So we get all the data. But at the same time, what I want to do is I want to delete it. So I just mix in this class. Okay, correct only, delete only. But what is the what I want is here I should get an option called which option should be get delete. There's no delete right here. Okay. So this is a list is there. List create is there. This is list create. Okay, right? So but list I want which one? Destroy. What we have done list creator. URL is wrong. Huh? List create is there. Hmm. Uh, yeah, this one, huh? Primary key. So first we not required actually. Let us see. So list destroy. So here I've given, yeah, this is listing it. Now you have to give, I mean, how you delete it. So you delete it by using which key? Primary key, right? So if it is a destroy student API, no problem. So then use ID, no problem. Lookup field is default is ID only, but you have to send it. Student list destroy. So you are listing it and then you're deleting it. So here I need to implement this. So this implement existing model instance. Now that is what we have done. But these are automatically implemented by other classes. But what we are doing is we are customizing it, because if every before, I mean, if existing thing is not there, you are trying to define your own. So that is integer. And what is that primary key? So, so but actually this is a get method. So I should get one option called here delete. So let it be. But see, this is how you are trying to do it. Now, if you want to see, this is what if you want to implement multiple, I mean, customize. If you want to customize it, then you're trying to customize it by using this view class, right? So which classes you are implementing it? You are implementing a mix in classes. You are implementing which classes? Mix in classes. So that is actually the use of this. Okay. So model mix in classes are to customize it. Means if existing things are not available, see, it is provided all these classes, but if existing things are not available, then you can go for this. Okay, you can create your own custom classes. Suppose multiple field lookup, like you can give your own field lookup, like you can get the data from the model instance and you can customize it. Okay, you can customize it by using which classes here? Mix in classes. But anyway, somewhere did a mistake, but we'll try to call it from client to program. Otherwise, because this handle how many request methods? Two request methods. One is get and one more is what? Delete. So let me call from. So let me call from which program? Client to program and just check this. Okay, how to delete. See, only calling it, but anyway, it is provided predefined. But I say no, if you want to customize it, then use this. Okay, I want to delete. So what I want is I want to delete. So the endpoint is here I'm giving the endpoint as a student slash what is the name of this is list destroy. Okay, list destroy slash what you are trying to send here? Roll number, right? Now you are trying to call the method called delete student. Okay, you are trying to call the method called which one? Delete student. So delete student by invoking which method? Delete method. Run the code. So enter roll number to delete. I said 5. 5 is there. What is the problem here? Serializer is there. Lookup field. So what is the request method is destroy. So we call the destroy method super.destroy request arguments and keyword arguments. We'll check another one. Instead of destroy, we'll take What is a model mixin? Create model mixin, we'll see. Just check this. What is the name of this? Create model mixin. So student list destroy. What we'll do is we'll implement a destroy API view, and we'll try to implement another model mixin. And what is that model mixin is list model mixin. Let me implement this list model mixin and inherit this list model mixin. So what is the name of the mixin class? See, I'm trying to implement another mixin class. And what is the name of this is list model mixin. And here you have to, so list model mixin is having one method. And what is the name of the method is get. It is having a method called get, and that equivalent method is what here? List. Now you have to implement this method, not destroy method now. You have to implement which method? List method. So this will call the list method of which class? Super class, right? So let us try this. Yeah. So you have an option called which one? Delete. So if I click on delete, now you can see this student, you want to delete it. I said here delete. Now it has been what here? Deleted. Okay. Now this is a student list. Now 5 is not there. Okay, 5 is deleted or not? Yes. Okay, now I'll try to say what is that here list destroy, and here I give the key as a 6. Now it's asking to delete. I said delete. Now this has been deleted, and you can see so this 6 is what here? Deleted. Okay. So what I'm trying to do is I try to mix. Now I just use reverse. I implemented which API? Destroy API view, and then I implemented which one? List model mixin. Means it is trying to do how many operations? Two operations. One is destroying and one more is what? Listing. So this is creating your own custom classes. Okay. This is creating your own custom classes. Okay. So I just copy this code here and you can test it. You can test it in where in browser, because these are browsable APIs. You can test it directly in the browser because these are which APIs? Browsable API. So just go to urls.py, and here I added only one. Here I added only one. So this is in urls.py. So directly you can test all this within the browser. Next we'll talk about, you can also create, you can make it more simpler by using which one here? View sets. You can also make it as simpler by using which one? View sets. View sets are there. Okay, Django REST framework also provide which one? View sets. And what is the use of view set is, you can see the name itself, view set. Okay, now here you are writing individual view classes. You are writing what? Individual view classes. You write student list create class, student list destroy class, student retrieve class, student what do you call it as update class. Instead of writing individual classes, you can write only one class. You can write only one class. Which class it is? Which class it is? View set class. And this view set class inherit all the operations like get operation, put operation, post operation, delete operation. All the operations are inherited from which class? View set class. Means only one view set class. It allows to perform how many operations? All HTTP operations like creating, updating, deleting, and retrieving. All the operations done by only one view class. Getting on. So that is what you mean by view set. Set is nothing but a group. Okay, but here you have an individual classes or not? Yes. You have a list to create API view like that. You have an individual classes. But instead of having individual classes, you can directly inherit which class? View set class. And view set class is a generic view set class. Now where you have to write your own logics for creating, updating, deleting. You have to write your own logics by overriding create method, list method, update method, and destroy method. But instead of this, there is a view set which can perform the operations on a model, and that is called as which view set class? Model view set class. And model view set class provide inbuilt what here? Crude operations like inserting, updating, deleting, and what? Retrieving. Right? So it means you don't require to develop multiple classes. You develop one class by inheriting which class? View set class, which perform all crude operations. And not only that, the advantage of view set is dynamic URLs. The advantage of view set is dynamic URL. You don't require to create what? URLs. And the URLs are provided by which one? View set. Okay, now you just use that URLs to perform which operations? Crude operations, right? So this is more easier. Means they make creating endpoints more easier by using which classes? View set classes. Okay. Now you find a different types of view set classes here. I think here it is there. So we need to see all this. We should see authentication and permissions, filtering, as well as what? Pagination. Okay, all these topics are there. So you have to spend some more time, okay, right? Because some more topics are there. Okay. If I say complete means complete only, but I want to tell you all the topics. Okay. So I don't want any topic to be missed here. So there is a view sets. You have a view sets, and Django REST framework allows you to combine the logic of set of related views into a single class, and that is called as which one? View set. In other frameworks, you may also find a conceptually similar implementation named as something called resources, or what is that? Controllers. That is what you find in when you are working with Spring. In Spring REST API, you find which one? Controllers. Okay, or some other languages it is what? Resource. A view set is a simply a type of class-based view that does not provide any methods handlers such as get or post, and instead provide the actions like what? List, and what is that? Create. Means list method internal implement which method? Get method, and create method implement which method? Post method. Okay, it means you don't require this method handlers for view set are bound to corresponding actions point to finalizing the view using as view method. Means here you don't have methods like put method, post method, get method, but rather than you are trying to use what? List, and one more is which one? Create. Okay. So that is what. Suppose you have a user view set, and view set dot view set, and this is a which method? List method, and this is which method? Retrieve method. Now you have to implement because this view set is which view set? Generic view set. This is generic view set, and at the time of defining URL, you define user list, user view set as what here? View, and this is which method? Get method, and what is the name of the method you are calling? List method. User details, and you are saying user view set as a view, which method? Get method, and you are calling which method? Retrieve method, and you need to define the URL for user list, and you have to define the URL for what? User details. But this is doing it what here? Manually. This is doing it what here? Manually. But you can create, instead of doing it manually, you can create automatically by using one class. What is the name of the class? Is default router class, where you can define dynamic URLs. You can define dynamic URLs by using router.register. And what is the name of the URL pattern? Is users, and users view set. And what is the base name? Is user. And you define all these URL patterns. So let us talk about this view set. I just take this definition. Okay, I just take this definition, but this view set is which view set? Generic view set. It is which view set? Generic view set. There is a base class. And what is the base class here? View set. And this view set is inherited by view set, which view set? Generic view set. And this generic view set is inherited by which view set? Model view set, which can perform directly the operations on what? Model without overriding the methods like list. Okay, list. And what is that? Retrieve, update, create. You don't destroy. You don't require to override these methods. These methods implementations are already provided in which view set? Model view set. You have to define only serializer class, and you have to define only query set. You have to define the serializer class as well as what? Query set. So the advantage of this is, okay, you don't require to write the same code again and again. You don't require to write the same code again and again. So it avoids what do you call it as redundant code. It will avoid the redundant code. Now you have a different types of view sets. So there is a types of view sets. Okay, first one is superclass. What is the superclass? Is view set, and this is inherited by a generic view set, and this is inherited by a model view set. Okay, so most of the times you'll be using which one? Model view set, because always you develop a endpoints to perform the operations on which one? Models. So it is always recommended to use which view set? Model view set. But if you want to customize the code, then you can go for which view set? Base class, or you can see concrete class like generic view set. Okay, so what is the advantage? So what is the advantage of okay view sets? So just now I said okay less coding. This is nothing but less coding. What is the less coding? You don't require to write the same code again and again, right? So it means this is developed by using which principle? It is developed by using which principle? Dry principle. Don't repeat your code. Okay. So less coding, and there is auto URL patterns. Auto URL patterns. Okay. Means you don't define the URL patterns. The URL patterns are generated automatically, right? And not only that, it is also provide what here faster API development. All these are advantages of using which one? View sets. So view set means it will provide a list of views. Instead of writing individual views, it will provide a set of views as a part of which one? View set. It means one class it will perform all the operations. One class it will perform all the operations. Okay, for example, now directly I'm using which view set? Model view set. If you want, You can create which view set, generic view set. Let me see, these are browsable APIs and you can test it from where? You can test it from where? Browser. Directly you can test it from the browser, right? So, so create a project. So create a project here. So Django admin, okay, start a project. And this is a web API, some 8. So open the project, web API 8. And inside this, create a endpoint, Python manage.py. Okay, start application API, right? So we'll also see how these APIs are called from web application. But we try to call this APIs from our standalone application. But how to call this APIs from which application? Web application. Web application communicate with another web application. Okay, then how to use this web API? I mean, how to use this APIs within the web application, right? We'll discuss all that, but spend some time. Okay, right. So here, same story. Create a model. So create a model here. Okay, so any model you can create. So models dot model, right? Create a model, and this is having product name. Is nothing but models dot which field? Character field. And here I try to define the maximum length, right? And there is a price and models dot float field. Okay, right? So this is a product model and create what now? Serializer. So create a serializers module, serializers. So for converting, okay, for converting JSON to Python and Python to what? JSON, create this. Okay, framework, what install? Go to the settings.py and here install the application. What is the application? REST underscore what is that? Framework and install even API. Okay, your application. Now from, I'm saying from REST API, REST framework dot serializers or from, okay, import serializer and I'm creating, so product serializer and here I'm saying serializers dot model serializer. It is a model serializer and class, I'm trying to use a meta and what is the class name is, define the model class name from API dot models import. What is the name of the model is product. Now you want to serialize all the fields. I'm trying to include fields equal to what here? All. Okay, now I define this and settings.py and just disable which one? CSRF. But this can be done by using a decorator, right? This can be done by using decorator. Now come to the views here and from, okay, from design. So from REST framework, okay, REST framework dot views. Now see here, this is a view set, right? And where is a view set is available from REST framework? There is a view sets. Okay, what is the name of this is view set? So import. What is the name of this is view sets? Now here I'm trying to create a class. So this is a class where you are trying to perform all the operations. Okay, what is that is, okay, product. Okay, product, which operation? Crude operations, view. Okay, inherit view sets dot, and I'm trying to inherit which view set? Yes, normal view set. You want to inherit model view set? Okay, then use model view set. I'm directly using which view set? Model view set. So it means you are doing operations on which one? Model. Now define the query set. So product dot objects dot product dot objects dot all. So from API dot models, import the model. What is the name of this is product. Define the query set and define the serializer class. And from, okay, from API dot serializers, import. What is the serializer is product serializer. So imported product serializer, right? So we have done these two things. That's all. Then what you have to do? You have to define the URLs. You have to define the URLs. Now, how you are defining the URLs? You are defining the URLs by using URL router. You are trying to define the URL by using what? URL router is there. So URL router. So from REST framework, okay. So from REST framework, now just go to urls.py. Now from REST framework dot routers, import which router? Default router. Okay. Then create a router object. Create which object? Router object. Which router object? Default router object. So how you are creating a router object? by using router equal to default router. So why this router? Router is nothing but path, is nothing but URL patterns, is nothing but URL patterns, is nothing but URL patterns. These are nothing but URL patterns. Now register it. Okay, register it. And what you are registering with the name, and what is the name I'm using is products slash, what is the name of the view set? So from, okay, from API dot views import. What is the name of this product crude view, right? So view or view set. Now this is my view set as a view. Okay, then base name, if you want, you can give it. What is the base name I'm giving here? Product. So this is a products and product. Now then define the URL patterns. URL patterns by just giving router dot URLs. Okay, now these URLs, see URL patterns equal to router dot URLs, and this URLs you should concatenate with what? Anyway, what is the name of the variable? URL patterns. Okay, what is the name of the variable? URL patterns. Now, if you want, you can just give this. You can concatenate. Concatenate means what? URL patterns dot. What do you call it as update? URL patterns dot what? Update. Update is nothing but, see what is URL patterns is. Actually, what is URL patterns is list. Okay, now to this list you can add all these URLs. To this list you can add all these URLs by simply writing URL patterns. And here I said URL patterns. URL patterns dot, what is the name of the method is update. So update or extend. How can you add? Extend. And what you are extending it? Router dot. What you are extending it? Router dot. Extend is nothing but adding one value or more than one value. More than one value. So router dot, what is the name of this is? URLs. So all these URLs you are adding to which patterns? URL patterns. All these URLs you are adding to which pattern? URL patterns means, are you created any URL patterns here? No. The URL patterns are generated by which one? Router. So there is one class. And what is the name of the class is? Router. Router is a class, and this will create automatically URL patterns. Okay. Right. Then once it is done, what do you have to do? Install the application is done, then run the server. Okay. Python manage.py, run server here. Now, when you see this, migrations, you do it. Migrations done, all right. So Python manage.py, what do you do it? Make migrations, and Python manage.py migrate. So now run the server here. So when you open this, now you can see, now it is open this. And here, what is the default operation is here? What is the default operation here? Get. What is the name of the operation? Get. If I click on this, it will get all the products. But is it products are there or not there? Not there. See, it is a browsable API. I don't require to write client application. I can test here only. I can test here only. Now, what is the default method is? Get method. Now, I just click on this link, products. What is it? Products are get here? No, right? Now, you can add it. You can add it product name, product price. You can add the price and just click on which method? Post. Now, one product is added or not? Yes. Okay, add another product. Now, say here delete. Sorry, product name. Add another product name. And I try to input the price. Okay, then click on what here? Post. Now, how many products are there here? Now, this is a root. And if I say get, now how many products are there here? Two products. Getting or not? So it means you don't require. Everything is implemented by which one? View set. Everything URL pat. See here, URLs are generated by which one? View set only. URLs also generated by which one? View set. Suppose if I write product slash, what is the name of this product is one. I said product slash, what is that? One. What is one? Product ID. Now you can see one is there or not? Yes. Now what is the option you have? Delete. So if I click on delete, now see here, this is adding and this is what here? Deleting. And this is also updating. This is also what here? Updating. Now, if I want to delete, I just click on delete. If I say delete, now this product is what now? Deleted. Now, if you say API root, is it product is there here? No. Getting on. Suppose you want to get one product. You want to get one product. So product slash product slash what is that here? Two. Now it get the product details. Now I can update the product price. I just given the product price and click on which one? Put. Now is it product price is updated or not? Yes. It means, are you right? Lot of code are only one class. One class. See, this is now automatically it is generated which one? URLs. URLs also you have not defined. Okay. These URLs are generated by which one? View set only. But this is model view set. In model view set, all these methods are implemented. Which methods are implemented? Create, retrieve, update, partial update, destroy, as well as what? List. All these methods are implemented. It is not uses HTTP method names, but is having its own method names. But internally, whenever you say get, whenever you say put, post, it will try to call equivalent methods. Equivalent methods are called when you convert into a callable. Now this makes it performing CRUD operations on this is more easy. Ring or not? Okay, you can test it directly within the browser. Otherwise, suppose it is not a model view set. It is not a model view set. Suppose product. I'm writing a product. So product. I think this URLs you understood, right? What you are creating? You are creating which object? Router object. And this router dot register method. You are trying to register which view? Product CRUD view. I mean, this view you are registering it. What register is doing? What register is doing internally? What register is doing is it is generating. See here, how many patterns it is generating? Number of patterns it is generating. What is the base name is user. See here, this is base name. Okay, now here also you have given base name or not. In urls.py, what is the base name I've given? Product. It means product underscore create, product underscore list, product underscore create products here. Now internally, if you see product underscore create, product underscore what? Details like that. Now what is the default methods it is get? So internally it is generating what? Internally it is generating HTTP methods or not? Yes. If the request method is a get, call which method? List method. If the request method is a get, call which method? Retrieve method. But are you doing this or generated by which method is register method, and all that URL patterns you are concatenating here by using which method? Extend method. By using extend method you are concatenating. But you are trying to call it by using which name? Products. Products, but internally generated what? Product slash one, product slash like that. Okay. Yes. So you can also create a generic view set where you can write your own operations. You can also write a generic view set product read, product read view. And here I'm writing a view sets dot, what is the name of this is view set. But it is not a model view set, right? It is a view set. If it is a view set, who will write the code now? Programmer. Now you need to override a method called which one? List. You have to override which method? List method. List method of which class? View set class. And this list is a method. It is having a self comma. What is that? A request comma star arguments and star star. What is that? Keyword arguments. Now here you have to write your own code. What do you import a model? Now you'll say query set equal to what? Product dot, sorry, query set equal to product dot objects dot, product dot objects dot all. You have to convert this. Serializer equal to, what is the serializer is? Product serializer query set comma many equal to what here? True. Many equal to what here? True. And then which data here? Product data equal to serializer dot data. And this data you're sending as a part of which one? Return response of which data? Product data. That's all. But where is the response? Where is the response? REST framework. Okay, REST framework dot response. Response, import. REST framework dot response import. What is the name of the class is? Response class. But this code you have written, right? But here are you write this code? No, right? So list method. What is the name of the method is list. List is there in which class? View set class. You can see that there is a name of the method. And what is the name of the method is list. But this implementation is already there in which view set? Model view set. Okay. So what do you do it now? It is an instance method. You have to write self and compulsory. First argument is which one? A request. Request and remaining are optional. These arguments and keyword arguments are optional. Now generate the URL for this. You create a URL for this, create another URL. Now I create router one equal to which router? Default router. And router dot, what do you write? Router dot register. Router dot register. I just write here products one. I just given products one comma. What is the name of this view is product read view. Product read view. Product read view. And just given the base name as what here? Product. Now extend it. URL patterns dot extend. What you are extending? Router one dot what? URLs. Router router one dot register and router one dot URL. Okay, right? Now this is how it is done. Now run this. Again, run this. Now here you have two things. Now see here, products one. Okay, products one. I just click on products one. There is one product. Getting on, but this logic is written by you. But in the previous case, this logic is already written in what you set. But now I can do only one operation. What is that? Reading, listing all the products. This is only listing all the products, but here you can do all the operations, updating, deleting everything. Okay, but you can also call it from which application? Client application by just giving product slash primary key. But you have not defined the URL patterns. So you can customize the operations by just overriding. Which one? List method, retrieve method, create method, update method, destroy methods. You have to override these methods for customization of view sets. Okay, right. We'll discuss more on this like view sets, and even tomorrow we'll see what do you call it as authentication and authorization. Why class is there here? Kab start ho raha? Huh? 8 o'clock morning. फिर कैसा? Class will be there. Okay, class तो है मगर because I cannot class the cancel the class. Class is there. देखो, I mean, if possible, I will give the if possible, but class is there. Okay, हाँ बोलो यार. Oh, पूछ तो मैं. If possible, I'll do it. But tomorrow class is there. 8 o'clock. So all are attending. Ready? So don't open your existing. You have to develop own. You all they'll mentors will be there. They'll see. So आप खुद क्या ये यूज करके डेवलप करो. But already you have developed already. But don't open that. अगर उन्होंने देख लिए तो they'll think that you copied.